All right, today we're going to unpack a single but really powerful idea about the very nature of reality. It's all drawn from this one short but incredibly deep piece of writing, and it makes a pretty huge claim. So our job here is to just break down the evidence it gives us one step at a time. So yeah, let's just dive right in.
So, right out of the gate, the source hits us with this incredible promise, the power to literally speak a global utopia into existence. And it says it has the evidence to back it up. I mean, wow. So you gotta ask, what is this evidence? Well, turns out it all comes down to one single but crucial distinction.
So here's the core idea. The argument is that we spend all our time focused on the wrong thing. We're always looking at the effect, when the real power, the real secret, is in understanding the cause. And to make this super clear, the text gives us three really potent examples.
First up, light. We see light, we feel its warmth, it's all around us. But what this source is saying is, hold on. The light you see, that's just the effect. The true reality isn't the light itself, but whatever it is that causes the light to exist in the first place. It's a total shift in focus, from the thing that's made to the thing that's doing the making. And it doesn't stop there. The same logic gets applied to the mind. We all experience our thoughts, right? The constant chatter, the consciousness that we call me. But what if that's just the effect too? The text is pointing us towards something way deeper, to that which causes the mind to even be there.
And finally, to really hammer the point home, it does the same thing with spirit. The focus isn't on the spirit that we talk or think about, but on its origin point. So the big takeaway here is this. Behind the light, behind the mind, behind the spirit, there's a single source that is separate from all of them, which naturally leads to the next big question.
Okay, so if this fundamental cause isn't any of the things we normally perceive as reality, then where in the world do we even look for it? Well, the text doesn't give us a set of GPS coordinates. Instead, it points us toward a state of being. This place, or rather this state, the source calls the realm of pure being. And it uses this really beautiful, almost poetic language to describe it. It's not a destination you travel to, but an internal state of awareness you uncover. Let's look at how it describes this journey inward.
First, it points us toward the dark void of the pure empty awareness. Now, the word void might sound a little scary, like, just nothingness, but that's not what it means here. Think of it more like pure potential, like the complete silence right before a sound is made.
Next, it directs us to the innermost stillness. And this isn't just about finding a quiet room. It's about that deep, profound silence you can find when you go past all the chatter and the noise of your own mind.
And finally, this phrase, the heaven beyond the heavens, really gets at the transcendent nature of this whole thing. It suggests a state that's beyond our normal ideas of reality or place. It isn't a heaven, it's the state from which all heavens would originate. It's the ultimate source itself.
So we've kind of explored where this realm of pure being might be located, but what is it actually like? How does the source even begin to describe the nature of something so fundamental?
Based on everything we've just gone through, if we had to boil it down to a simple definition, this is it. Pure being is the fundamental source that causes things to exist, but it stays separate from its own creations. It's kind of like it's the painter, not the painting. And the source uses these incredible metaphors to try and give us a feel for it. The softest of all breathing. That just suggests this gentle, quiet, life-giving presence, doesn't it? A present memory points to a kind of timeless knowing, and the frequency of the vibration of pure being. That suggests that at its very core, existence is a kind of resonance, a fundamental vibration.
Okay, so let's bring this full circle. We started with this absolutely wild promise about creating a utopia, and then we dove into all these deep, abstract ideas. So how do they connect? How does knowing about this source actually change the world?
This right here is the whole ballgame. The source is arguing that our reality, the world we see, the effect, is just a reflection of that deeper cause. So if you can understand and align yourself with that pure being, that source, you can actually influence the reflection. This is the evidence it's talking about. This is the mechanism for speaking a new reality into existence.
And this leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. If you started to see the world not just as a bunch of separate things, but as all these different expressions of one single underlying source, how would that actually change your perception? How would it change the way you interact with literally everything around you?
And we'll just end right there with that final resonant idea. This notion that at the very heart of everything, there is a fundamental vibration, a frequency of pure being. It's a concept that doesn't just ask for you to think about it, but invites you to do a much deeper kind of listening.